Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get started here. Guys, welcome to the webinar. So excited to have you here, ready for another webinar. I just want to tell you right now, if you do not have a pen and paper to take some notes, go get one right now. I promise you, I'm bringing the goods here with this webinar. I'm really excited to present this information to you because, quite frankly, I believe this to be one of the biggest areas where people struggle, and where people struggle in viral URL and they're mailing their own list. Several reasons. This is by far one of the biggest reasons people fail in email marketing, and that is copywriting. So the name of this webinar obviously is Copywriting 101, how to dominate with email marketing. So before we get started here, for those of you that have not had the opportunity to meet me or know who I am, my name is Mark Harbert, and I've been working here with the guys at ViralURL for a number of months now, and it's been a really great learning and growing experience for me. Colin and Frank are fantastic guys. They really did a fantastic job putting ViralURL together, and it's been around for working on 5 years now. So the site is very, very popular. It's very, very successful, and it's really exciting to be a part of the team and to be able to really help you guys, the members of ViralURL that make it so successful. It's exciting to be able to help you in your business, because ultimately that's what we're here for. We're here to help you make money. We're here to help you, get exposure for your business and provide you the resources that you need to succeed. Because if we can do that and you get value out of our system, you're going to want to keep coming back, and that's going to be business for us too. And it's a win-win, and that's what we're really ultimately looking for, is to provide value to you, the one that is the member. So again, so excited. We're going to look at copywriting here. So let's go ahead and we'll just start digging right in. And some of this might look a little familiar to you if you were on my last webinar that I did, which was called email best practices. Okay, and some of the I just kind of went over the basics in that webinar. I really didn't cover a lot of detail on copywriting. I gave you the basics, the outline, the basic strategies. And what I really wanted to do was take some of those things and really dig into it. And number one, not only go deeper into it, but also give you some testing results. Over the last number of weeks, I have been doing some testing of my own, and I'm going to show you some of these results here on this webinar so that you can see the actual results that they've produced, the opt-ins they've produced, the sales that they've produced, and how it's going to how you can take this information and integrate it into your marketing and your efforts. So let's go ahead and dive right in. We'll get going here. Let's click on. So here is the email process, okay? And this is very important to understand, okay? Email marketing is a process, okay? There are a number of steps that go into an email, and understanding this process and understanding the details of it can really help you increase your conversions. So get ready to write this down, because this is very, very important when you take a look at it and understand it. So the email process, what is the email process? Okay, when you put an email together, you have an end goal in mind. Okay, you have an end goal, and that end goal could be you want a person to opt in. It could be that you want them to go and purchase maybe a product that you're offering, or an affiliate product, or whatever. You have an end goal in mind. Okay, now for this, let's just say that we're looking for an opt-in. Okay, but there are a number of steps somebody's going to have to go to before they choose to opt in. Okay, and this is what I'm going to lay out here for you. First, when you put an email together, we're going to talk about the subject line or the headline. Okay, that is what the person sees when the email hits their inbox. What they see is the name of the person that sent it and the subject line. Okay, and right then and there, they're going to make the crucial decision of whether they're going to open that email or delete it. And that is a major step that we need to conquer, okay? We need to conquer that because we don't want them to delete it. We want them to open it. And there's a number of ways that we can get them to open it. And we're going to go into that in a little bit more detail and show you and give you some ideas on what you can do to really increase your open rate. Okay, so first the subject line. Now the idea of the subject line is to get them to open the email to go to the email copy. Okay, that is our second step in the process. Now that we've gotten them to open the email, we have to get them through the email copy. And once we get them through the email copy, what is the goal there? The goal is to get them to click the link. Okay, so our email copy has to be compelling. It's gotta give some persuasion in there. It's gotta give them a good reason to why they should click on your link and go to your website. And remember, your prospect, the one that's going to read your email, they've always got this one thing in mind, and that one thing is, what's in it for me? And if you can really nail that and really get that down, you're going to see some success, because you have to think of what is the person that's reading this email, what are they going to get out of it? They're always thinking that, what's in it for me? So when we make our email copy compelling, when we hit those hot buttons, the idea is to get them to click the link. And once they click the link, now that is going to take them to the website. Okay, now this could be, an opt-in page. And like I said, for this purpose, we're talking about an opt-in. Our goal is an opt-in. Okay, so now they go to our website. Now you've got a whole nother step in the process, and that is you have to have a website with compelling copy on it as well. So now what's the idea when they get to the website? The idea, we're looking for the opt-in. So now the web page, the website, or the squeeze page that you have has to be compelling enough for them to give you their email address and their name and email address. Okay, so you can see the step there. Once they get to the website, obviously we're looking for the opt-in or the sale. And it's very important to understand this process, because each one of these is a step. It's a step. And anytime we break down in this process, it's like a chain breaking. Okay? And as soon as that chain breaks, you've lost it. You've lost your opt-in, you've lost your sale. So our idea here is to always be improving upon each step. Okay, we're always testing. And if we get a good open rate, okay, let's say we send an email and we get a good open rate, but we get a bad click-through rate. Okay, now we know we got a good open rate, we got a good headline, but we need to work on our email copy. So then we work on our email copy. We've got the good headline now. We got the good email copy. Once that's down and we get good click-throughs, what's our conversion rate from the visiting to the website and then to the opt-in? If it's down, we know we need to improve the website. Okay. And if it's up, obviously, hallelujah, we're all happy and making leads, so, or sales, or whatever it may be. So remember, each one is a process. You must work on each step here to get to the end goal, which is what we have in mind. So let's dig in a little bit. Let's talk about how to write a good headline. Okay, now I will tell you, being in ViralURL, guys, I see so many people sending out emails with headlines that are like greatest opportunity in 2012, fill your bank account with lots of cash, things like that. And the important thing to remember is, guys, if you don't open those types of emails, what makes you think your prospect is going to, the people that receive it are going to? The main thing here to understand is that everybody has been so overhyped all the time. Nobody really cares about hype, and hype will not get people to open your emails. What's going to truly give you the better open rates on a headline is a question or a statement of fact, something that hits a hot button, and that is always what we're searching for, is to hit a hot button. Okay, so direct, straight to the point questions. Okay, and let's review some of these. And I've tested some of these and I've gotten great results with them. So here's some examples of some direct, straight to the point questions. Don't you hate this, Bob? what do you think of as soon as you see that headline? Don't you hate this, Bob? Hate what? What? Hate what? It makes you want to open the email. I did a test on this, and I think I'm going to show you some of these. And I got a awesome open rate, and I got massive opt-ins because of this headline and good copy. And I'll show you that. So don't you hate this, Bob? Or don't you hate this, Mark or Colin or whatever? So let's go on to the next one. Is this killing your business too, Bob? See, what happens is when we ask this question, is this killing your business too, Bob? What do you think Bob now wants to do? Killing my business? What's killing my business? I gotta know. So he wants to open it up. It's creating a curiosity in the mind of the person reading it, and that's what we're ultimately going after. Our goal is to spur that person to take action. Okay, and if you're like me, you are probably on hundreds of email lists. Okay, people in the industry, you've opted in to get free products, you've opted in to get, whatever it may be. But the truth is that we all receive a whole bunch of email every single day. And which, by the way, if you don't have a viral inbox account, you really need to consider that, because that's a great tool to help you get organized in that aspect. But by receiving all that email, what happens is people become numb. They become numb to email. So your idea here is that you need a headline that's going to knock them out of that numbness, that's going to wake them up and go, whoa, I got to read this. And when I check my email, I do skim the headlines, and if something doesn't catch my attention, it's getting deleted. I don't even read it. And I know that if I'm doing that, my prospects and people that are receiving my emails are doing the same thing. So that's the way we have to think, okay? We got to catch their attention. Next one. Are you generating 50 leads a day, Bob? I've used that one before, gotten great open results. Next one. Was it something I said, Bob? And what these do, again, is they create curiosity. So these are great examples. Are you struggling with this too, Bob? So questions that get straight to the point and arouse curiosity. So let's look at some other types of headlines. Number one would be a direct, straight to the point statement of fact. Okay, and let's look at a few examples here as well. This is what stinks about internet marketing, Bob. And when Bob sees this, what? Internet marketing doesn't stink. I really want to make it work. It's really it makes him want to go and check it out. And I used this myself again and got great results on it through the ViralURL mailer. Okay. Next one, 47 new leads a day, and here's how to do it. Everybody, when they see that headline, think 47 new leads. I want that. Now, this is very important, okay? And I want to point this out. Don't put a headline together or do anything in your email copy that is a lie, okay? I've seen people overhype things and make false statements. Just don't do it, okay? Just stay away from it. If you want to put in here, generate 5 new leads a day, and here's how to do it. If you've done it and you've generated 5 new leads in a day, great. Because you want to know something? I guarantee you there's people out there that haven't even generated 2 leads in a day. So they're going to think 5 leads, wow, I want to get the 5 leads a day. So don't lie when you put your copy together, okay? Some people may tell you that's okay. I don't think it is. I don't like to be lied to. You don't. Just don't lie in your copy. Keep it good, keep it honest, keep it value-based, and you're going to get much better results, okay? So let's look at another one. The numbers don't lie, Bob. I got fantastic open rates on using that one. The numbers about what? That's the curiosity that it raises. Get to page 1 on Google in 24 hours or less. How to generate 25 leads in the next 48 hours. Oh, fantastic. You know, that right there, that's what I think. 25 leads. I want 25 leads in 48 hours. I'm curious. I want to check it out and see what it is. How to dominate rankings quickly with this secret strategy. Wow, I want to know how to dominate quickly. And this, I'll point this out to you. In this headline, one of the really, there's a couple key words here, but one that really spurs people to move is this word, quickly. People want stuff fast. They want it now. They want to be able to do it. Again, don't use this stuff if you can't produce or provide the factual proof to back it up. Okay, so make sure that you're just being honest in your copy, guys. Okay, that's very important. All right, so let's see here. What is your goal with the headline? We already talked a little bit about this, but your main goal, and make sure you write this down, is your goal is for them to take action and open up the email. Period. That's the goal of your headline. That's the goal of your subject line. You want them to open up the email. That's the goal. Don't ever forget that. That's what your goal is, okay? Write it down. All right, moving on here. How to write good email copy. Okay, now that we've gotten them to open the email, now we need to move them through our email copy to get them to click on our link. So, the type of list you're emailing will make a difference in the copy that you send, okay? So always stop, get a piece of paper out if you need to, think to yourself, who is it that I'm sending this email to? You know, it could be maybe a specific product that you've done in the past. Maybe you have a list for your blog followers. It could be ViralURL, where the majority of people on ViralURL are internet marketers, network marketers, people who have products, really all kinds of people, but they're interested in the emails. You always have to think of it as who it is going to receive my email. Okay, that will help you get much more targeted. It'll help you figure out how to put your copy together and who it's going to appeal to. Okay, so next, determine the audience you are mailing to. I guess I just said that, right? So I guess kind of reiterating. That's why I put it there twice, I guess, because it's that important. So you always want to make sure that you understand that. But what are their problems? Okay, I've heard it said before that entrepreneurs, people who are entrepreneurs are successful because entrepreneurs find out what a problem is, and then they provide the solution. Okay, so if you can determine what somebody's problems are and then turn right around and give them the solution to their problem, you can make a lot of money as an entrepreneur. That's just a fact. So always be looking at what are their problems and how can I solve them with the product that I have. So those are hot buttons that you want to push. Again, what are the solutions to their problems? Okay. How is your product going to help them? How is your product going to help them? I want to tell you that personally, I think it's very important for you, okay, to keep this in mind, that if you're out there and you're marketing products and you're doing things and you know, giving value and you're trying to make money online, always be thinking of your prospect. Always be thinking of that person and what is the value that they're going to get out of your product. Now, if you're just selling something that's, you know, a little chain money game or whatever, I mean, you have to ask yourself, is it really providing value to that person? So how is your product truly going to help them? Do you have an ebook that you put together that could help people understand search engine optimization better? That's value to somebody. Maybe you've got some kind of health-related product that could really help somebody with a health issue they have. Okay, and it could assist them in that. You want to point that out. Whatever it may be, always be thinking of the prospect and the value that you can provide with your product. So in the last webinar that we did on the Email Best Practices webinar, we reviewed this, and we're going to look at it here again, and we're going to dig into each point so you can understand it a little bit better. But the 5-point formula for persuasion, okay? One of the things that we talked about already in this webinar too was our goal is to get people to take action based upon what they read in the email, okay? And our goal is to persuade them to move forward in the process and move through each step of our email process, okay? So let's look at the first one. The first one is identify the big problem. Now make sure you're writing this down because these are very, very important. As a matter of fact, if you write them down and put them on a sheet of paper or type them out and print them out and put it up on your wall so that every time you send an email or any time that you're putting something together in a copy related on a squeeze page or whatever, you can always use this as a reference to go back to. Okay, and that will make a big difference for you. So identify the big problem. What is it that they're facing? When you consider who's on this list and what are the big problems that they face, that's what you want to think of. Provide a unique benefit or promise. What is the unique benefit or promise of your product? Okay, what solution is it going to provide them? Okay. Number 3, provide factual proof. Now, you can provide factual proof, in many different ways, and we're going to look at here in a minute. But in other words, it's giving them some social proof, some testimonials, whatever it may be. Okay. So number 4, the risk-free offer. You want to take away their risk so that they don't feel like there's a risk for them. Okay. And I'll point out a few ways that you can do that in just a minute. And number 5, the takeaway. Or what some refer to as the fear of loss. I refer to it as the takeaway. Okay, so these are the 5-point formula for persuasion. I'll give you just a second here to finish writing them down if you haven't already. But it's just very, very powerful. Base your copy off of this, and I promise you'll get results. You literally will get great results if you focus on this. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next slide here. Hopefully you got that written down. So let's go over it. Identify the big problem. That was our point number 1. How do we identify the problem? Okay, depending on who you're talking to, it could be that they have a lack of leads. Okay, one of the big challenges in internet marketing for people is list building. We all know that having a list is very, very important, and obviously when you don't have a list, that's why something like ViralURL, who's the industry leader in list builders, is a great way to go because you actually have access to a shared list that can help you build your personal list. Okay, so a lack of leads, that's a hot button. That's something people don't have. So identify that. And I'm going to show you. We're going to go in here and we're going to actually write an email together too here in a minute, and give you some example with that. But lack of leads, trouble in building a list, like we just said. Okay, not enough sales. That's a big problem. People need to get more sales. Maybe you have the solution to show them how to do that. Number 4, lack the proper training. Maybe somebody needs to know SEO, search engine optimization, but they don't know where to go. They don't have an info product to teach them the basics of what search engine optimization is, and you have a product that can fill that need. So you hit on that, lack of proper training. Not enough money. You're probably shaking your head right now saying that's a problem for everybody. It's true. Do we ever have enough? That's something you got to individually decide, but not enough money. That's obviously a hot button for people. So here's what we have for identifying the big problem, and that's so important. Okay, and I'm just giving you a couple of examples, but to maybe help you spur your brain a little bit and come up with what your target niche or your target market specifically has. So our next point in the 5-point formula for persuasion is our unique benefit or promise. So our unique benefit, 74 leads per day on autopilot. Okay, that could be your unique benefit. By using this system, our testing has consistently shown us that we can generate 74 leads per day on autopilot simply by using this system. Okay, that's a way that provides a unique benefit or promise to that person. Now, again, it's very important that if you're stating this, you're being truthful about it too. Okay, so you always want to try and make sure that you're doing that. Number 2, build a list of 3,000 emails in 30 days or less. That's a unique benefit or promise that if you follow my step-by-step blueprint, I will show you how to build a list of 3,000 emails in 30 days or less. After you've hit the big problem, which is they have a lack of leads or no list, well, what if I could show you a way to build a list of 3,000 emails in 30 days or less? You see how that fits together? It really, really fits together well, and it's taking them through a process. So you can see as we break this down how they all fit together, okay? Next, increase your sales by 200%. What if I could take your current sales, what if our system could take your current sales and increase it by 200% in the next 4 to 6 months? You know, that's a unique benefit or promise. Next, learn from the top earners their secrets on how to generate 1,000 leads in 60 days. Okay, another one. Number 5, change the state of your bank account in 60 days or less with this powerful widget. You know, and a widget could be whatever it may be. And guys, these are just examples, but they're meant to give you some ideas on how you can come up with your unique benefit or promise according to your product, according to your niche, according to what it may be that you're selling. So these are great examples of how to do that, and I've used some of these myself, and they really do work fantastic. So, you know, don't use all this stuff verbatim, okay? I can't tell you how many times I see people just copy others, you know, and they're sending out the same thing. You know, it may work eventually. It may work once or twice or whatever, but you know, be your own person. Put your own stuff together, and come up with things. You're going to grow as a person. You're going to grow as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. It's really going to help you, you know, grow and become more valuable by really putting your brain power into some good copywriting techniques. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's move on to our next point. The 5-point formula for persuasion, providing factual proof. Now, you can do this by giving a quote or a testimonial from a person that was successful using your product. This is very, very powerful. Okay, so let's just review real quick. You can say, if we start from the beginning, which is our identifying the big problem, okay? Do you lack leads in your business? Are you having a hard time building a list? What if I could provide you a way that would give you 3,000 leads in the next 30 days, and then you could go into saying, take, you know, Mary Jo for instance, and then she has a quote, you know, or whatever. Again, don't make this up, okay? Please don't make up false testimonials. You know, talk to somebody. If you know somebody that's using a system or has used the product that you have referred to, or if you know, whoever, maybe you're being an affiliate for a product, go to their affiliate section. Maybe they have testimonials from people there. Maybe on the sales pages they have testimonials from actual users. Try and, you know, get actual quotes and testimonials from real people, okay? And that's very important. So, but testimonials are so powerful. They really add a lot to your copy, okay? So, or a photo of your results, okay? You could show a photo of, you know, of how you got results. You know, maybe you have a chart that shows that in one day you generated 400 leads, or you generated, you know, 35 leads, or whatever. But a photo speaks loudly, okay? Or even a video for that matter, okay? You can put a video in there. That makes it even better when people can see it on actual video, hear your voice, and whatnot. So, number 3, a true statement of successful statistics, okay? And again, this comes down to, you know, our testing proved that when we ran this through you know, very highly targeted traffic in this niche, we were able to produce 14 leads per mailing at a 29% opt-in rate. You can give your test results, okay? So a true statement of successful stats, okay? Split testing results from your testing. Again, a true statement of successful stats, just split testing results. That's another idea that you can utilize. So let's move on here to the next point, which is our risk-free offer. And our risk-free offer, again, with this point, our goal is to take the pressure off of that person. Okay, we don't want them to feel pressure. We don't want them to feel any pressure in terms of going to pay for something, or going to opt into an email list. A form of a risk-free offer is where we have our little spam copy underneath the opt-in form where it says we promise we will not spam you, whatever it may be. What that's doing is it's alleviating the stress from that person, from maybe opting in. Okay, so that's just a very small example, but anyway, let's give some examples here. So you have nothing to lose but an empty bank account. So there you go. 30-day, 100% money back guarantee. Now, this is a great one. If your product has a money back guarantee, make sure you state that. Make sure that you're showing them that it's risk free. They don't have anything to worry about. If they don't like the product, they can always return it and get their money back. Okay, so that takes the pressure off the person. It alleviates the pressure on them to, give up their email or give up their wallet, or to pay for something. So next we have 14-day risk-free trial. That's another risk-free offer. Okay, buy one get one free. I know this probably sounds like when you go down to Walmart and you see they got a sign for buy one bag of chips get two free, or buy one get one free, whatever it may be. It's just extra added value to the person that's going to make the purchase. Okay, it's extra added value. You always got to be providing value, guys. That is our main goal, is to provide value. And I have found that when I've had the mindset of thinking to myself, my end goal is to do what I can to better the life of the person that's purchasing or opting in or whatever they're doing. Because if I can provide massive value, I promise you, people will come back to you. They will want to buy from you. They will seek you out because you provide value that the other guy does not. So if we focus on value, it will go much further for you than simply maybe spamming or doing other things like that. Okay, so our next one is bonuses that take the value over the top. Okay, and this makes it risk-free because a lot of times huge bonuses really help people to make that decision, because your idea is to get them to say, it's a no-brainer. The value here is crazy. I'd be crazy not to do it, and so you really want that. But okay, next, moving on, the final point here in the 5-point formula for persuasion, the takeaway. Okay, this is very powerful, and it works. And there's many reasons that some people do the takeaway, or the what's commonly referred to, maybe sometimes you've heard it, the fear of loss. Okay, why number one people do this with, say, info products or whatnot, is because there's always something to consider of whether or not you want the market to be flooded with certain amounts of information. And so at least that's how I've thought of it before, and when I've done certain things, is if there's a certain product, you don't want it to be flooded. You want to keep the information fairly tight to a tight-knit group of people. This is just the way I've thought, but so the takeaway is very effective in that, because it can say limited to only the next 100 people. There's only 100 people that are going to benefit from this. And if you're one of those 100 people, great. If not, I'm very sorry. You'll have to wait till we decide to do it more. You see, so if you saw a presentation or you went through a process, and you provided benefits all the way through, and you move people through the process successfully, if they see that's only limited to 100 people and they know that there's a potential 5 or 600 that are going to purchase this, it's going to spur them to take action. Okay, so number 2, for 48 hours only, and then the price goes up. How often do we see that on the Warrior forum? With WSOs, Warrior Special Offers. When they first put something out, they'll sell maybe the first 100 or 200 copies of something at a very low reduced rate. And maybe you can buy this piece of software for $9. After 100 copies, it goes up to $15, and it incrementally goes up. So, you can say for 48 hours only from the time I sent this email, we're making this offer available. Okay, it gets people to move. It gets people to take action. Okay, if you've provided value up to that point and you've given them what they're looking for, if you've identified the problem, if you've given them the unique benefit or promise, if you've moved them through the rest of the steps and you've brought them here, they're going to want to take action, and that's the goal. I'll give you an example. My wife and I, we just recently went and bought a new LCD TV. And we were looking at the price at the store, and we were checking it out, and thought, oh, this is great. It's fantastic. What a, it's a killer price. It looks great. And we were talking to the sales rep, and he said, yeah, this is great. We weren't really prepared to buy it then. At least we thought. And we were there, and being into marketing, I'm always thinking of these little things, and I evaluate stuff. You could ask my wife. I evaluate people's sales tactics and marketing tactics, and I'm always pointing out, and hey, that was a pretty good sales tactic that guy used to get it. But anyway, we're talking to the guy, and he shows us the TV, and we said, well, we're going to come back tomorrow and pick it up because we need to prepare the room and get it all ready. And the guy said, no, this price is done after tonight at midnight. It's only a weekend sale, and this was on a Sunday. And it went up like another 70, 80 US dollars, and we're like, oh man. Okay, well, I guess we're buying it now. So we bought it now, and sure enough, the price went up, and we were back there like 3 days later, and we looked, and sure enough, the price was up. So you see how it can spur people to take action, okay? So, and that's what we're talking about here is, the takeaway, getting them to make that move. That's what we're looking for. So you could say, okay, a free training video open for the next 20 subscribers only. Okay, these are just examples. Fast action bonuses for the first 10 people. Maybe, the first 10 people will have a free private coaching session with me on list building. Okay, or the first people that take you up on this offer will get a free private 30-minute session with me about copywriting, okay, whatever it may be. So you can really spur people to get moving on it. And then, of course, number 5 is the one-time offer, and the one-time offer is always powerful. That is definitely something that really gets people to take action for sure. So again, here's our 5-point formula for persuasion. And what is your goal? Your goal is to get them to click the link and visit your capture page, blog, or offer. Period. That's the goal. That's the goal of your email copy. You want them to do that. Remember the email process. Click the headline, they go to the email copy. The email copy is to get them to click the link and go to the page. Okay? Now, with that, let's go ahead and let's write an email together. Okay? And I'll show you how we do it, how I do it at least, so that you understand that. Let's close this here. I'm going to pull up my little notepad, and I'll show you. Now, I understand that the video here might be a little bit small, so I've put the font on this notepad a little bit higher so that you can hopefully read what we're going to write together. But let's go ahead and let's do a subject line. So I'm just going to write this here. Okay. Now this is how I do it. I open up a notepad and I type it out first, and I think about it. And once you get going in it, it only really will take you about 5 to 7 minutes to put a good quality email together without without spending too much time. And once you kind of get the hang of it and you've done some testing and you know what works, you just get quicker and quicker at it, and you'll be able to write emails very quickly and not have to think about it so much. At first, you may have to think a little bit, and I know that's may not be what you want to hear, but we have to use our brains a little bit when marketing. Okay, so a subject line. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to send out an email for our Viral Inbox. Now, Viral Inbox is another list building program. It's another list builder put together by Colin and Frank, but it's also an email management program. I absolutely love it. It's fantastic. Incredible value for the money. Every internet marketer should have it. That's how I feel about it. And I want to write an email because I want to promote it. Okay, and use my affiliate link, all those good things. Okay, so here we go. Let's write our subject. Okay, is this killing your productivity? I think I spelled that right. And let's say Colin. We're going to pick on Colin a little bit. I know he's going to watch this video, but let's just use his name there. So here's our subject line. Is this killing your productivity, Colin? Now Colin's going to open that up. He's going to see that headline and say, whoa, killing my productivity. If you're a home business entrepreneur, you know that there's always lots of work to do, with an internet business. And learning how to be productive is very key. So, is this killing your productivity, Colin? Okay, great. I'm going to open that email. Now, let's go ahead and let's write it. Now, remember, let's think of our 5-point formula for persuasion. Now, what was our first point? It's identify the big problem. So let's go ahead and do that, okay? So now my goal here is to get people to take a look at Viral Inbox, okay? And if they haven't signed up, to go sign up, okay? So here's our identification of the big problem. So online entrepreneurs. Now, guys, I am not the best speller, so please don't hold me to spelling, okay? And always do spell checks. It's always a good thing to do a spell check, okay? So when you copy and paste it on my computer, it'll show me when it's not spelled. But do your best to get your spelling correct, too, okay? So online entrepreneurs struggle daily because of email overload. Let's see here. What else are we going to write? And more than likely, that is you too. Whoops. Okay. So we're hitting the point. Email entrepreneurs struggle daily because of email overload. And more than likely, that is you too. Now, if you're an internet marketer, you're probably going to say, oh yeah, I'm overloaded with email every single day. I get 100 emails a day. I probably get 200 a day or whatever. So that's going to identify the problem. And most people know that email, if you don't know this, that email is really one of the biggest productivity killers in internet businesses, online businesses. People spend way too much time reading email. And that's what we're hitting on. We're going to hit on that point to help people get more productive, because that's what Viral Inbox can do. Okay, so next we want to hit our unique offer or benefit. Okay, so I will say, how would you like to organize your email into separate boxes according to importance, and each list that you join. Okay, so how would you like to organize your email into separate boxes according to importance and each list that you join? Okay, and you could say, therefore, eliminating your overload problems. Okay, so that's our question. Okay, that's our unique benefit. Okay, now that they're overloaded, now we provide the solution for them. Now we're going into the factual proof. Okay, so we can say, take, let's just say Mark Harbert, for instance. Okay, of course that's me, and I'll give you my testimonial. So you can do this and then say, and then put it in quotes, I love this system. I can't believe I ever got anything done before using Viral Inbox. This system, this platform, I could say, this platform has saved me time each and every day, as well as helps me build my list all on autopilot. Yeah, there's my factual proof, and that's my quote, so it's true, and I'll say it all day long. I love Viral Inbox. It's fantastic and it's great. So that's the key, is making sure that you use a true statement. Don't make one up. Billy Bob said this when you don't even know who Joe Billy Bob is. Now if if the product that you're selling and they provide you with some quotes and some testimonials from people, you can use those. That's fine. Just guys, don't make them up. Just please don't do that. Let's keep it real here, and let's do everything we can to make our profession even stronger and more legitimate. Okay, so let's stick to the basics there. So next, what do? We move into our risk-free offer. So what we can do here is say, right now you can get a free account set up and begin getting organized with your email. Okay? Starting today. All right? There you go. It's our risk-free offer. People can set up a free account. You can set up a free account at Viral Inbox and use it and start benefiting from it. Okay? That's our risk-free offer. It's free. You can't beat signing up for a free account. Of course, you get higher benefits in the upper membership packages, but there's benefit to even having a free account. So, that's the risk-free offer. So next, we have the takeaway. Okay, and this is where the takeaway comes in to spur them to action. This offer is for a limited time only, as we don't know when we will pull it down. So move fast. Okay? There's your takeaway. It's offered for a limited time only. We don't know when we'll pull it down. We could pull it down at any point, and that's true. It can be that. So that's the spur to action. Okay, and guys, keep in mind these are examples. I mean, you have to test these things and see how they come together. But this whole setup really will help. So once you've got this, one of the things that I have found through my testing that I think really increases click-through rates is I typically will go like this. Click here, equals, and then an arrow pointing to the link, and then you go right here, the link. Okay. So, or I would say, you could say this: set up your free account here. Okay. Or claim your inbox here. Okay, you can do that in many ways. Okay, and then you obviously have your link here. Okay, so once you have that there, you can reiterate your takeaway, which I tend to do a lot. You have nothing to lose. Excuse me, I reiterate my risk-free offer. Okay, you have nothing to lose except your lack of productivity. I think that's spelled right. Okay, so and then what I'll do, and I'll say again, is get signed up now, and then I'll do my link again. Okay, and what that does is, it gives them two options, two links to click on, and they're both going to, the site. And I have found that actually works very, very well through the testing that I've done. And a lot of the testing I've done, guys, is through ViralURL. ViralURL is just an incredible list builder. I mean, there's not a mailing that goes by where I typically don't get a sign up in something or an opt-in in something. Okay, so it works. Believe me, ViralURL is fantastic. I have generated so many leads into my personal list using ViralURL, but it takes testing, it takes learning copywriting, and I promise you, if you apply what we're going over here, you're really going to get some benefits from it. You're really going to see benefits, but you got to be doing it and doing it faithfully, and it'll really pay off, I promise you. So once I have that link, I'll say something like yours in success. Okay, Mark Harbert, and then sometimes depending on what it is, I'll even put my phone number there or my Skype ID. And if they want to contact me, maybe you're the type you don't want anybody to contact you, just want them to buy. Okay, you can do that too. Whatever. But anyway, this is our email copy. Let's just read it real quick. So our subject is this killing your productivity, Colin? Online entrepreneurs struggle daily because of email overload, and more than likely that is you too. Okay, we have your there. Let's just say that. More than likely that is you too. How would you like to organize your email into separate boxes according to importance and each list that you join, therefore eliminating your overload problems? Take Mark Harbert for instance. I love this system. I can't believe I ever got anything done before using Viral Inbox. This platform has saved me time each and every day, as well as helps me build my list all on autopilot. Right now, you can get a free account set up and begin getting organized with your email starting today. This offer is for a limited time only, as we don't know when we'll pull it down, so move fast. Claim your inbox. You have nothing to lose except your lack of productivity. Get signed up now. Yours in success, Mark Harbert. Now, just reading that, doesn't that come off as compelling? Doesn't it make you want to move and take action? I know for me it does, and I know I've been in this industry long enough to see enough emails to know what works, what spurs me to action, and I always compare that. What gets me to move is more than likely there's many people out there that's going to spur them to move as well. So guys, this is an example of writing an email. So I hope you got a little bit out of that, and no, that's fantastic. So let's go ahead. Let's go back here to our slides, and we wrote our email together. Let's look at some testing results. Okay, now I really wanted to give you some results and show you that ViralURL is so powerful. Okay. This is what I love about this system, is because you have the ability to email people every 3 days with the upgraded memberships, and it's so powerful. If you really work it and you work on your copywriting like we're showing you here, you're going to get results, I promise you. Let's take a look at some of the results that I've gotten. Now, I am an elite member in the system. Okay, what this does is this gives me the ability to email 6,000 members every 3 days, 6,000 random members every 3 days. So what I wanted to do was show you an email that I sent out using typical copy that I see people use on a regular basis. Okay, and I want to show you the type of results that I got with it. Now I've seen a subject line. Check this out. It's awesome. No. Does that do anything like what we talked about? It doesn't. Look at the results I got after emailing 6,000 people. Opens 6, click-throughs 2. The email body copy did not have the formula for persuasion and hit no hot buttons, only hype. Okay? That's all I tried to do with this email. I wanted to see what I would get through it. You can see the results here. Very, very low, did not work, did not function. Unfortunately, too often I see people using these types of strategies, and they get very dismal results using ViralURL. And what happens is when they get kind of dismal results, they tend to want to turn around and say, well, ViralURL doesn't work. Guys, I promise you it works. It's fantastic. Watch this. Now let's move on. The result of this email, and I didn't put the body copy here because it's just, I can't fit everything on a slide, so I apologize. But anyway, the result was 0 opt-ins and 0 sales from that email. Okay? Now, the next one. Email number 2, mailed to 6,000 members. I'm an elite member. Subject line, don't you hate this, Bob? I had 127 opens, a click-through rate of 86. That was a 60% conversion from open to click-through. The email body copy included the formula for persuasion and hit hot buttons. My results from that one mailing resulted in 15 opt-ins and 5 sales from one email with an elite membership in ViralURL. The total sales made on that were $242.62 on one email sent to ViralURL members using the persuasion method that I showed you. Now tell me if ViralURL doesn't work. It works fabulous. The system is great. It's a very responsive list, but you got to wake the sleeping giant. Okay? That's what this is about. You got to wake the sleeping giant. You got to provide value. So moving on here. So you can see this email was very, very successful. Okay? Now, I know what the temptations are going to be. You see my headline, the subject line there, and you're going to want to swipe it and start using it. Don't you hate this, Bob? Don't you hate this, Mark? And sending out all your emails with that. I promise you, if you do that, you're not going to get as good results, because what you'll find even in email marketing is that if you constantly swipe other people's copy and use it over and over, the effectiveness eventually begins to go down. So you kind of want to always be thinking, revising, coming up with new ways and things like that, and testing different headlines and body copy and all that. So again, very, very successful email. Okay, very, very happy. I not only got 5 sales from it, but I got 15 opt-ins. Now I can go back to that list. They're on my personal Aweber list. I can send them emails on a regular basis and follow up, and now hopefully get more sales out of it as too. So awesome, awesome results. Next one, email number 3, mailed to 6,000 members, with the subject line 174 leads a day for free. I got 62 opens on it. My click-through rate was 36%. That's a 58% conversion from opens to click-through. The email body copy included the formula for persuasion and hit hot buttons. Result, I had 14 opt-ins from that one email and 2 sales. Total sales made were $50. Now, if you look right here, note second mailing resulted in 9 additional opt-ins. I used this exact same copy, sent out a second email, and I got another 9 additional opt-ins just by using this copy on ViralURL as an elite member. Okay, that's the results that I got. Okay, you can see this is very powerful, guys. And you think if you can start, learning copywriting and learning how to function and finding out what people are looking for through testing, and that's how you figure it out, you will begin to get results as you craft your email, as you craft your copy around what people are looking for. Okay, and this is the results. This is the results of using these types of methods. Okay, that's another $50 on top of the 242 I made on the last one. Literally, 300 in profit just from simply 3 emails. Or excuse me, yeah, 3 emails. Okay, Now, seeing those types of results, one of the great things that is a huge benefit to a viral URL membership is the message center. Okay. Now, I talked about this in our last webinar that I really believe this is a secret weapon, okay, in viral URL, and I wanted to highlight it again here because really in viral URL we have given you everything that you need ultimately to succeed in using the system. The only thing that causes people not to see success, I believe, is that they don't work the system. Okay, you have to work it to get the results. And with the message center, as you can see here in the picture, you have access to the last 200 messages sent by the members in the system. And what this has the ability to do, you can click like right here. This is a picture, so I can't click on it. But when you click on it, it opens a little box, light box, and it'll show you, the percentages and open rates and click-through rates and things like that. And it can really help you see which types of headlines and body copies are getting results with viral URL members. It's like a little, it's called the message center, but I almost call it the research center. It's there for you to be able to research and get, benefits out of, to tweak your marketing and copy and things like that. So it's very, very powerful. And now also you can sort them. If you look right here, you can sort the messages by oldest message, most comments first, most opens first, and most clicks first. So you can sort them, take a quick look, do your research and homework. I promise you, if you use this, it will really help you hone in and really get the results that you're looking for. Okay, but you have to do your research. There's no shortcut. You have to look, find out what's working, and it will work for you. So, moving on, guys. I think you've seen through this webinar that it's about exposure, and it's not only about exposure, but it's about getting good copywriting. And when you have the good copywriting, when you can get massive exposure, you can really pull in some results. Okay, and it's important to realize email marketing, it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. The more people you can send your offer to, the better. Okay, and that just goes without saying. I'd rather have a list, of 50,000 people than a list of 200 people. Obviously, because I'm obviously getting my offer in front of more people. Okay, so that's the key. So the more you email, the better. Okay, so with Viral URL, if you have an elite membership within Viral URL, you now have the ability to email 6,000 people every 3 days. Now that's what I love about it, because I can send an email every 3 days to 6,000 random members. Do you know what that does? It gives you the ability to constantly be testing new stuff. 3 times a week you have the ability to go in there, send an email, and test a new copy. Now that is what I love, because I can hone my email skills in Viral URL, and then I can take those same skills and take them to my personal list and use them in my personal list, because I know that I was getting great results in Viral URL. I'm going to use that same copy, that same idea, and those same strategies, and put them in my personal list and get results as well. So that's the beauty of it, is you get to constantly test, and it gives you an avenue to send out solos, smaller solo ads, 6,000 on a regular basis. So next, what is going to give you the best ROI, or return on investment? Okay, it's about exposure, like we said. If you don't have an email list, that's why a system like Viral URL, again, who is the industry leader in list builders, is the perfect place for you to be, because you now have access to an active database of over 74,000 active members. Okay, 74,000. And the site has been in business for almost 5 years, working on 5 years, and you have access to that shared list where you can use that to build your personal list. And I think you saw through my results that I shared with you, I have generated leads consistently to my personal list with ViralURL. I'm literally to the point where every email I send, if I don't get an opt-in or I don't get some type of action, it throws up my red flags and saying, okay, what did I do in the copy that didn't get it? Because I'm to the point now where I expect it, and it's true. I get it. I sent out an email yesterday. I've had 3 opt-ins since then on a different offer. So I get them all the time, and that's the way to utilize it. So ViralURL works, and it works awesome. I think you see that. The right offer with the right copywriting can yield you big, big results. So what I want you to consider right now as we sit here, I want you to consider, what membership level do you have right now in ViralURL? Are you a free member? Are you a gold member? Are you a platinum or diamond member? Where are you in ViralURL? Because you have the ability, okay, to max out ViralURL at the elite membership, where you can email 6,000 random members every 3 days. Now, remember what we said, when you have a bigger list to email, you have the ability to get more exposure. Okay, as an elite member, you get 5,000 banner and text tag credits every single month to give you more exposure in the system as well. And that's another huge benefit to being an elite member. So what if you could mail 730,000 people in a year? Okay, 730,000 people in a year with this membership. Now, that's an elite membership, being able to mail every 3 days 6,000 random members. In 1 year, it equals 730,000 people in a year. I mean, guys, that can be so powerful to get your opt-ins and get you a personal list built. The more exposure you get, the more opt-ins you can potentially get, and the more sales and the bigger list you can build. Okay? So every 3 days you mail 6,000 people. The ViralURL Elite membership benefits include, okay, email 6,000 random members every 3 days, 7 levels of depth downline mailing. So if you've watched one of our the other webinars I did, and that was on the link building, or excuse me, not the link building, but the link cloaking feature of ViralURL. You can cloak your links with ViralURL, and each link has the viral bar on it. When people click that and sign up, they now become part of your downline. With some of the other levels of memberships, you don't get 7 levels of depth. Okay, with the elite membership you do. So that's another huge benefit. And with the downline mailings, you can actually mail your downline additionally every 5 days as an elite membership. So not only do you get the 6,000 random members every 3 days, but you also get to email your downline 7 levels deep every 5 days as well. So another very, very powerful feature of the elite membership. So you also have the ability to save the last 50 email templates. So every email that you send through the system mailer or to your downline members, the system will save it for you. So if you want, you can go back in and reuse that email without having to type it in again. You can literally log in, choose which one you want, bam, and in 30 seconds you've sent your email and you're out of there. Okay, so if you're getting good results with it. So another great benefit. Extensive email tracking stats for each email you send. Now, when I showed you the email stats that I had just a little bit ago with the opt-ins and with the open rates and things, I got that information from being an elite member from my tracking stats. That showed me how the information. So with the elite membership, you get access to that. Every email you send, every link that's clicked, it actually will even tell you who clicked on the link. It gives you that much information. So you can literally track your email that you send in the system. Extremely powerful. And if you have the ability to see that, data helps you make tweaks to your copy. So you need to see that to be able to make tweaks and make changes and do things, you know, that help you to get better conversions. You got to see that data. If you're not tracking what you're doing, I promise you, you are losing out. So you need to be able to track, and this is what you have the ability to do with the Elite membership. Also, 5,000 text ad credits per month and 5,000 banner ad credits per month as an Elite member. Another huge benefit to getting exposure. You can add banner ads in there, text ads, which is additional exposure, clicks, and leads for you. Now, as an Elite member, you also are able to opt out of receiving emails from other members. Now, you know, the average mailing in ViralURL, as you know, you receive emails from the other members. The average is about 5 to 7 emails a day per member they receive from ViralURL. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less, but the average is around 5 to 7. You can opt out of receiving those as an Elite member. Okay, you have that choice. Anyway, let's moving on here. So with the Elite membership, upgrade to the Elite membership. I'm here to encourage you to do that. Okay, upgrade to that. Now you're going to get more exposure, and more exposure equals more opt-ins, and it equals more sales. I promise you, if you take this information that I've given you here in this webinar and you put it to practice, and you take advantage of everything that's available to you in the Elite membership by upgrading to the Elite membership, it's going to double your exposure. Okay, you're really going to get more views on your emails. You're going to get more banner and text ad credits to expose your offers to on a regular basis. The value in the Elite membership alone is so worth it. Okay, and I think you saw by the email statistics that I showed you in the email stats of my testing, literally in 3 emails I've pretty much made my Elite membership fee back, and that is the power of this system. And if you apply some of these results, if you apply some of these copywriting tactics, you'll make that money back and you'll get your money's worth in no time, I promise you. So what I want to offer you here today is, if you upgrade to the Elite membership, go and do that, you will receive an additional 5,000 text ad credits and 5,000 banner ad credits on top of your monthly allowance. So that's going to be an added on 10,000 credits, 5,000 text ad and 5,000 banner ad. Those together are $28 value in the system. Okay, you actually can purchase those in the system for $28. So we're going to throw that in and give you those for simply upgrading today. Now, we're also going to give you, for upgrading to Elite, and I'm going to give you the button right below. I'm going to put it down there right now. Let me put the button here for you to upgrade. Okay, there you go. There's the button to upgrade. This will take you to the system where you can log in and take you to the upgrade page. Okay, now we're also going to throw in, because we're interested in your success. We want you to get the most exposure. We want you to get the best benefit. We want to give you, we're going to throw in one 17,000 mail credit. Okay, now if you go into the system and you buy a mail credit, you'll see the 17,000 mail credit costs $52.97, and we sell them every day for that price. Okay, people buy them, they utilize them, and one of the benefits of having this mail credit is through your regular mailings. Okay, as an Elite member, you get to mail 6,000 random members every 3 days, right? So as you go through that, you can test your results. Okay, you can test, and once you've got the winning copy, once you've got the winning headline and the winning body copy, and you've got all that down, and you're getting opens and click-throughs, you can now use your 17K mail credit and expose it to 17,000 random members. You see? So it's beautiful that you can utilize that, and that's what we want to do. We want to give you some of that added value so that you can get even more benefit. This isn't something we offer, guys, when people go through the, when they first sign up. We don't offer this. So this is specifically for you guys here on this webinar. Okay, specifically for you, and take advantage of it. So for upgrading to Elite today, we're going to give you $80.97 $80.97 extra in bonuses just for upgrading today. And how you will do that is you upgrade, you go into the upgrade, you upgrade, and once you do that and you're an Elite member, you will go to where the coupon codes are and you're going to enter in this coupon code, and that is training call. Okay? Now, this coupon code will only work for the next 50 people that upgrade to Elite. Okay? That's all it's going to work for. So if you you have to be an Elite member for this coupon to work, okay? And it's only for 50 people. So you want to make sure you move on it, get signed up, upgrade. If you are a free member, get upgraded, upgrade all the way to Elite, and you can take advantage of these extra bonuses on top of the tremendous benefits already of ViralURL. So, guys, take action, get this upgraded, get the Elite membership, start working on your copywriting, get in there, start getting results, practice, 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 practice. Get the results, improve, and I promise you, you're going to see results. You're going to build a personal list. You're going to get in there and you're going to start making some money in your business. Okay? That is the key. We're here to make money. We want to have a great time. We want to live a great life. Don't shortchange yourself. Get the exposure. Utilize a great system like ViralURL to get the results that you're seeking. Okay? So guys, click that upgrade button right now. We'll see you on the inside. Guys, this concludes our webinar. I just want to tell you thank you so much for taking the time to come on here. And I really hope that you got some great benefit out of this webinar. I really do. I hope that you got some nuggets that will help you grow your business. Me, along with Frank and Colin, guys, we want you to build a massive business. That's what we're here to do. We're here to help you get that done, because being an independent entrepreneur is very exciting, and it's great to work your own hours and be your own boss. But without good tools to make it happen and get that exposure, it's just not going to happen. And we are working so hard to make ViralURL the best list builder, the best tool, and one of the most valuable tools that you can have in your arsenal to build your list, get sales, and make connections. So, guys, if you have any questions, what we want you to do is go over right now to our Facebook fan page, and as soon as I end this webinar, it's going to automatically direct you there as well. But you can also go there by facebook.com/ViralURL. Make sure you like the fan page. Once you like it, if you have a question, write it on the Facebook wall. We will answer it for you. That's one of the prime places that we interact with, with our members. So utilize that. Take advantage of it. We're here. We want to help you. We want to interact with you. We want to help you get results. So go there, ask your question. We'll get it answered for you. Again, thank you so much, guys. Have a fantastic day. Make sure you click right now that button below to upgrade to the Elite membership and take advantage of those bonuses, because they're only available to the next 50 people. So, guys, have a great day. I'm so blessed to be here and be a part of this great community and to really help you build an awesome business. Have a great day. We'll talk soon. Hope you have massive success in your business. Have a great time. See ya.